Type of person that never like really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like a, you know, he's like a bee going from flower to flower.
Know truly like what true partnership and relationship is until you get there. And it took me.
Child, I really don't want to be the one to spill it to Ms. J. Hud, but girl, didn't we warn you that Common might not be the right match? Now look at this mess. Word on the street is he's already cozying up with another woman and caught Jen completely off guard. Like, how? Wasn't he just out here showering her with love and praise a few days ago? Now folks are whispering that he's got someone else warming his bed and even allegedly throwing shade at J. Hud after stepping out on her. And all this because she supposedly turned down his proposal last year. What is going on here? Or maybe Common is just flipping the script right now, because folks are finally catching on to those long-running whispers that he might actually be playing for the other team. Loves, you better sit down for this one, because the drama in his camp is wild. If there's one thing you can't take away from Common, it's that he's had a lineup of Hollywood's finest on his arm. And I'm not just talking about Jennifer Hudson. No, we're talking Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Tiffany Haddish, Erykah Badu, Kim Jones, Ava DuVernay, Simone Bozeman, Jaguar Wright, and even Angela Rye. That's pure Hollywood creme de la creme right there. The twist? None of these women ever stayed, and the talk has always been that Common just isn't the guy you settle down with. We're talking about a man who openly admitted that once the spark fizzles in his relationships, he's out the door, just like that. He even confessed he's hooked on love itself, not the physical part, and that he gets caught up in the chase and the honeymoon phase, then gets bored and bounces.
Why can't anybody just be honest? They're waiting for Chrissy Teigen to get plastic surgery and end up Jackie O so that they can be roommates and make musicals together. Let's just be real.
Okay.
He'd rather spend time with John Legend than any of these.
So poor J. Hud really thought her magic was gonna flip the script and turn Common into husband material. Girl, that's some serious wishful thinking. In her defense, when he first got with J. Hud, Common swore he'd been through therapy and even said in an interview that maybe, just maybe, he could be the marrying type now. He specifically claimed that if he ever tied the knot, it'd be with Jennifer Hudson. But now eagle-eyed fans are picking up on warning signs, fewer public sightings, stiff body language, and those cryptic posts from J. Hud that have everybody reading between the lines. Word is, Common might already have his attention wandering towards someone new, and the buzz just keeps getting louder. A few unconfirmed reports even claim he's been spotted out without J. Hud, looking way too cozy with other women. Nothing solid has been proven yet, but come on, we're talking about Common. So would it really shock anyone? What's even messier is the chatter that he's now out here allegedly saying he can't even stand J. Hud anymore. Like, what happened between them to flip the switch so fast? Some folks are convinced he's still salty because Jen supposedly turned down his proposal a couple of months back, and now he's letting that sting show in not so subtle ways. When the buzz first started that Common was ready to pop the question, insiders close to J. Hud spilled that she just wasn't ready to walk down that aisle with him. And honestly, reason number one was crystal clear. Common has absolutely lived up to his name when it comes to women. Sure, he swept Jen off her feet in the beginning, but she couldn't ignore that long trail of famous exes. Word is, she started pulling back, not wanting to rush into a decision she might regret later. But let's be real. Didn't she already know all this before getting with him? Common's dating history has been public knowledge for years, so for her to suddenly have doubts because of it feels a little wild. Allegedly, there was also a deeper reason.
Pattern I found myself in, and what was called love addiction, who my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and this that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that.
People close to Jen claim she's still haunted by the pain from her past toxic relationship with David Otunga, and because of that, she reportedly still believes marriage might never be in the cards for her. She was reportedly terrified to commit, swearing she wouldn't marry anyone or rush into another deep relationship after what went down with David. And when J. Hud calls that relationship toxic, oh, we know she means every word. Sources say Common did his best to calm her fears, promising that despite his track record with so many famous women, he was ready to stick around for the long haul. But Jen wasn't budging. She'd already spent 9 years engaged before, and the thought of ending up in a broken marriage only to land right back at square one? Nope, she wasn't about to risk it. Some insiders think that moment changed everything. And maybe, just maybe, Common saw the writing on the wall and decided there was no real future left between them. But here's the real jaw-dropper. Some folks are out here saying the actual reason Common couldn't stand J. Hud anymore is because he doesn't even like women like that, and he just got tired of playing the part. Allegedly. Now, rewind for a second. Remember when his ex, Jaguar Wright, came out and said she wished people knew the real truth about Common? According to her, he doesn't truly love black women. Instead, she claimed he uses them for social clout, always chasing the spotlight while leaving the women behind. Jaguar even went as far as saying Common would actually rather be with men, and that every woman who's been with him knows this. And to make it even shadier, she pointed out something suspicious. Despite him dating a whole list of famous women, not one of them has ever bragged about his skills in the bedroom. Maybe it's just that these women are classy enough to keep their business private and focus on better things. Or maybe, just maybe, Jaguar's claims are hitting a little too close to home, and Common does prefer to play for the other team. Allegedly. And get this, someone even came forward with first-hand tea. They said a friend's husband told them he was at a Hollywood event this past summer with his wife, who's connected in the industry. Common apparently spent almost an hour that night talking to him, just him, while the wife was busy working the event. The kicker? The guy didn't even realize who Common was until later, when his wife clued him in. And for context, the man's white, and by their words, fine as can be.
That relationship is one of the greatest blessings and most important things in my life, in my whole journey in life. The friendship, the partnership, the life partnership, just the connection. Man, it's one of those things where you don't.
Fast forward to around 3 a.m. when the wife texted him to meet her outside, and Common allegedly leaned in and asked, "So, what are you doing later tonight?" The guy claims he shot back, "Going home with my wife," and the whole thing got awkward fast. I even asked him multiple times if he was sure he didn't misunderstand what Common meant, and he swore it was exactly how it sounded. On top of that, there's been speculation for years that Common might be struggling with his own sexuality. Some even allege it stems from a deeply personal incident, claims that he was once taken advantage of by a man, which could explain why he might have complicated feelings when it comes to connecting with women. Now, I can't confirm any of that about how he chooses to roll. But here's the twist. Some folks are flipping the blame onto J. Hud herself. Over the years, people have noticed she also seems to have trouble holding down a relationship. Let's not forget, her time with David Otunga was messy. Word is, David believed J. Hud might have been stepping out on him, accusing her of getting too close to music producer Molly Music. And Jennifer? She's never confirmed whether that rumor was true. That rumored fling with the producer was just the start. Things got way nastier after that. Jennifer even brought it up in a protective order against David, claiming his jealousy got so out of hand that he would blow up her phone while she was in a Chicago recording session. And when he couldn't reach her, she alleged he had their own son try to film her to prove she was romantically involved with Molly Music. In those same court papers, Jennifer claimed David's behavior toward her and their son had become aggressive and threatening. But David fired right back, saying Jennifer was straight up lying, and that because she had more power in the entertainment world, the public was automatically taking her side. He also insisted he had been their child's primary caregiver from day one, since Jennifer was constantly on the road performing, completely contradicting her claim in the legal documents that she was the one raising their son full-time. David also claimed Jennifer pressured him to choose family over his career, only to later start accusing him of freeloading. And because Jen had thrown some serious accusations his way, the police even launched an investigation. But a few months later, David was cleared, and Jennifer voluntarily dropped her order of protection on the condition that he never set foot on her property again. Still, David swore Jen was using her fame and industry pull to paint him as the villain, while she was actually the one causing the chaos. He even went as far as calling her the real monster and warning people that she's nothing like the image she shows the public. So maybe, just maybe, Common got a taste of that darker side of J. Hud and decided he wasn't about to stick around for the full show. I've even seen whispers claiming J. Hud started looking down on Common, thinking he was beneath her just because she makes more money. Child, if that's true, it's a shame, because she knew exactly who she was getting with from day one. At this point, nobody really knows the truth. Did Common cheat? Is he slipping back into his old ways? Or is J. Hud the one stirring the pot? Heck, they might still be together and all this chatter could just be smoke with no fire. But now I'm turning it over to you. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I need to hear them. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more piping hot celebrity tea.